The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. Much more than a home heating provider. LaValle Building Supply, with 12 retail lumberyard locations in New England and celebrating 60 years of serving you with quality products and friendly service. Baba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Baba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Barton Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. The Intertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, Sunshine region. Additional support is provided by North Cape Design Build.
The season is on the line. The winner tonight moves on to the state championship. Hello, everybody. Happy to have you joining us here on Yankee Cable Network for our coverage of the Division III basketball semifinal between the 4-seed Kearsarge Cougars and the number 1 seed, the Conant Orioles. My name is Berkeley Stevens, bringing you the play-by-play for tonight's basketball battle in Bow, New Hampshire. This should be an amazing game, full of tension, a low-scoring affair. The last time these two teams met, it was the final game of the regular season. Kearsarge beat Conant in a low-scoring affair, 28-26. Both of these two teams touted as having the two best defenses in Division III. It was the only loss of the season for Conant as well. They were a three-pointer shy from an undefeated regular season, all spoiled by the phenomenal performance by the Kearsarge defense. The Kearsarge bragging rights that came from taking down the then 17-0 Conant Orioles was brief, shrouded by the pressure to immediately perform with the stakes raised here in the playoffs. And Kearsarge and Conant have each done just that, cruising here into the semifinals and now ready to play for the chance to play for the state championship. I'll tell you a little bit more about this matchup when we come back after this short break.
NCTV programs are underwritten in part by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oil, Propane, and Motor Fuels, with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. Their friendly, highly trained, and certified staff is available to assist you throughout the process. HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer in New London since 1997, and much further back as the Country Press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. LaValle Building Supply, serving homeowners and contractors since 1962. Whether you're an experienced builder or simply a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find what you need at LaValle Building Supply. Barton Insurance Agency provides local access to all your business and personal insurance needs, from auto, home, life, to business liability and related needs. Experience the hometown difference of Barton Insurance Agency. Baba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor, for great land fare, seafood, sandwiches, and Baba's award-winning chowder. You won't be disappointed. They're having a lot of fun at Baba's Bar and Grill. The Intertown Record, your weekly hometown newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine region of New Hampshire. Online and in print, the Intertown Record. Main Street Bookends in Warner, an independent bookstore providing books, toys, games, cards, and gifts. With a gallery showcasing local arts and artists, Main Street Bookends in Warner. And North Cape Design Build. Thank all our underwriters for making your local programming possible on NCTV.
Welcome back, everyone. Here we're just about to get into the starting lineups for tonight's state semifinal between the number 4 seed Kearsarge Cougars and the number 1 seed Conant Orioles. This place already buzzing with energy. The previous semifinal between St. Thomas and Mascoma Valley was just before this one. St. Thomas, the 2 seed, won that game 57-38, and they await one of these two teams in the state final. That'll be played Saturday up at Keene State. Talking a little bit about how these two teams are made up, it is defense first for both of them. Conant, they've got the legendary head coach, Eric Saucier, his 19th year with the team, and Coach Sauce, they call him. He's got 8 state titles with the Orioles. Kearsarge starting 5, we're used to seeing Needham, Goen, Whipple, Kinzer, and Tremblay.
Assisted by Mr. Spencer Coronas, Mr. Kyle Dubu, and Mr. Greg Tedeschi. And now here's the lineups, the starting lineup for the top seeded Orioles. Number 5, Jared Nagel. Number 22, Ben Sawyer. At guard, receiving number 3, Manny Hodgson. At guard, receiving number 12, Lane LeClaire. At guard, receiving number 15, Jordan Nagel. The Orioles are coached by Mr. Eric Saucier, who is assisted by Mr. Jim Beard and Mr. J.P. Ricard. The officials for tonight's game are Mr. Peter DePaulo, Mr. Richard Dykard, and Mr. Randy Eifert. And now would you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Just moments away from tip-off here in the semifinal, talking a little bit about how these two teams stack up. It's relatively even defensively, but on the court, Conant differs slightly from Kearsarge, where Kearsarge has that true star scorer in junior Noah Whipple. Conant, in comparison, has defensive stars. Junior Ben Sawyer and seniors Manny Hodgson and Jordan Nagel can all clear the paint and defend the perimeter like no other trio in the state. Jordan Nagel, the oldest of 3 Nagel brothers on these Orioles, also leads the team in scoring, averaging just over 10 points per game. For Kearsarge, I would imagine we cover them enough for you to know who to keep an eye on. It's absolutely the junior Noah Whipple, 3rd in the state in scoring, averaging 19 points per game. He has been a stud on this team. In support, A.J. Tremblay, as well as Parker Goen and Austin Needham, Eddie Kinzer, the rest of the starters. Well, they can shoot pretty sharply beyond the arc as well. Here at the center stripe, Parker Goen squaring off against Jordan Nagel for the opening tip. And we're underway. Nagel wins it straight back to Manny Hodgson. Orioles with the first possession here. Should be a very chippy defensive game. Last time these two teams met, there wasn't even 60 total points in the contest. Kearsarge handed Conant's only loss of the season, winning 28-26. Now the Orioles in their first possession is trying to feel out this Cougar defense. Trying to read, are they in zone? Are they in man coverage? It does seem to be zone right now for the Cougars. Noah Whipple guarding the crafty big Ben Sawyer for the Orioles straight away up top. Both of these teams, too, really take their time on each offensive possession. It's the semifinals. It's all about ball control here tonight. Trying to play as mistake-free as possible. The team with more turnovers in a playoff game often loses. Ben Sawyer's got it back again. Hodgson goes inside the paint. Conant trying to run motion through the plays, but the Cougars standing tall, not having to move their feet too much. Finally, a shot opens up for the Orioles. A three-pointer rattles off the rim. Nagel reels it in. The putback, no good. Another offensive board for Nagel. Third chance try doesn't fall. Lane LeClaire gets it back for the Orioles. A fourth chance and a fifth. Finally, Jordan Nagel opens the scoring. Conant's on top, and the place is already erupting. The officials seem like they did call a foul on that final rebound, an offensive one at that. Foul was on Jordan Nagel. The score went up and they called him for a push from behind. So still scoreless here, despite some loud noise and rumblings. It's still 0-0. The Cougars have the ball now on their first attack. A.J. Tremblay, the pass over to Noah Whipple. And he takes his first survey of the Orioles defense. Parker Goins got it now, straight away, drives the lane, lost the handle into some contact. The Orioles recover it. Now up the other end, Manny Hodgson passes one over to Jared Nagel, and now Ben Sawyer kicks it across further. In the far side corner, ranging back towards center stage is Hodgson. Nagel goes inside. Kind of shocked the Cougar defense there. He split the defense right in the lane. And now Nagel and the Orioles are truly on the board. 2-0 the score. Just over 2 minutes gone by. Whipple calls the play, gets the ball back from Tremblay. Now Whipple moving to his right, the handoff to Tremblay. He'll dish one back Whipple's way after Whipple cut all the way across the court floor. Inside to Goin, fouled from behind. This foul is going to be on Jared Nagel, his first of the game. And Parker Goin, last game's H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating turning up the heat player of the game, heads to the free throw line. Here's one more look. A nice dish inside by Whipple. And then the clear foul by Nagel there on the tail end of that play. Parker Goin, the big senior, makes the first of 2 free throws. And now Goin lining up his second. Drains them both. On Friday's playoff game against Hopkinton, Kearsarge beat the Hawks for the first time in over 7 years. Parker Goin was your player of the game in that one. He only scored from the free throw line. It was a noisy gym, and Goin reels in the rebound here. Goin did an excellent job blocking out all the noise in the final few minutes of that contest. Just to hit those clutch free throws right at the end. Right now, the crowd dazzled by Noah Whipple's handles across midcourt as the Cougars pick possession back up in their offensive zone. Captain Eddie Kinzer with the ball here. He'll pass it back to Austin Needham. Tremblay skips one across. Kinzer fakes the shot, moves to his right, bounces one inside. Whipple turns, fades away, and fires off the rim and out into the hands of Jordan Nagel. Now on the other end, Nagel's got it, drives inside, high off the glass, no dice. Kinzer brings it down for the Cougars. A.J. Tremblay on the far side, near the full standing student section for the Orioles house. Now Kinzer in the near side corner, fires one over Noah Whipple's way. Whipple to his left, goes to the baseline, puts up a fancy shot, rolls it in. Noah Whipple, the junior, came to play for this playoff game tonight. What a flashy right-handed finish by the junior. Now in response, a three-pointer off the glass into the hands of Whipple. Orioles unable to strike in that attempt. Kearsarge leading right now, 4-2, and the ball bounces over the sideline, but the Cougars will keep it. Drew Huff checks in for the first time as A.J. Tremblay gets a rest. And Huff takes it over half court here after the inbound play. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Cougars on the attack. Eddie Kinzer with it, passes over to Noah Whipple. He launches the three, and he hits the triple. Kearsarge out in front, 7-2. Conant trying to come up with a response here. Stopped on their last 2 attempts. Ben Sawyer's got it up top, guarded by Whipple. Nice screen gets set. The Orioles swing it across to the far side. And now they swing it back to the near side of the court. Senior Manny Hodgson with the ball here. He works his way inside. The kick out to Sawyer, and they keep wheeling it across. No comfortable amount of space yet for the Orioles to pull a shot from beyond the arc. Maybe from the far side corner, they work their way in. Nagel across to Sawyer. He almost loses the handle in the near corner. Guarded right now by Needham. He stays foul free, but the Orioles hang on to the ball. 2:45 left in the quarter. Hodgson with it, passes back. Now it's Sawyer for the Orioles. Straight away, guarded by Whipple. Splits the defense, goes into the paint, puts it high off the glass. It stays out. And the officials call a Cougar ball coming out from the baseline. This place is already rumbling. All sections of the bleachers completely packed. It's standing room only here tonight at Bow High School. What a playoff atmosphere. Noah Whipple goes for the tough shot, and he is fouled. I believe this time it's going to be on Dylan Adams for the Orioles. And it is. That sends Whip to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Had that right arm swatted by Adams on the shot. Whipple, my favorite free throw routine of all time. One bounce, looks up, fires, and usually it goes just like that as Whipple makes the first one. He leads the game with 6 points. Kearsarge is out in front, 8-2. Whipple gets the ball from the official, lines up his second of 2, and drains that as well. Whipple's got 7, Kearsarge on top, 9-2. So far, shocking Conant a little bit, scoring very efficiently on offense. And the Orioles have to start building some momentum soon. We know this is gonna be a chippy defensive game. It shouldn't be high scoring. For Kearsarge to already have 9 in this first quarter is, I'm sure, surprising to all around the gym. From the far side, Jared Nagel hits the triple. Nice one from the corner, and that is just what Conant need. Whipple brings it up for the Cougars, and he's fouled at half court. Draws it out from Lane LeClaire on Conant. Cougars with an inbound play here from the sideline. Both of these schools, all of their fans travel so well for this game. Even the game before this between St. Thomas and Mascoma Valley was a packed house. They had to kick people out because there was a line of 200 waiting to get into this gym for this matchup. Drew Huff has the ball here just beyond the arc for Kearsarge. He spins near the elbow before giving it back to Whipple. Now Goen has it, hands it back over to Whipple. Whipple trying to back up and muscle his way through, but so far the Orioles are keeping him at the perimeter. Kicks it to the corner, going for 3. That one off the mark. Rebounding is Manny Hodgson for Conant. Under a minute left in the first quarter. A 3-pointer put up by Jared Nagel again. Whipple gets the rebound, however. And now he'll take it up the court for Kearsarge in the final 45 seconds of the first. Cougars still leading the Orioles 9-5. And now Kearsarge go into their classic game of keep away for the final 60 seconds, trying to get this final shot in the quarter. Right now, Whipple has it. At the top of the arc, he'll hand it off to Kinzer. Now Drew Huff has it. 25 seconds to play in the first. Huff starts his handle, passes over to Austin Needham. He then gives it off to Whipple. 15 seconds left in the quarter. The wick of time starting to burn down. The final 10 seconds now. Huff has the ball, makes some space with a nice move. Skips it over to Parker Goen. He's still beyond the arc. Kinzer with it now. Dishes it inside. Huff rolls it off the glass, but it stays out. After one quarter, it's Kearsarge 9, Conant 5. We're going to be back in just a minute. Stay tuned.
The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. Much more than a home heating provider. La Valley Building Supply, with 12 retail lumberyard locations in New England and celebrating 60 years of serving you with quality products and friendly service. Baba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Baba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Martin Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. The Innertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region. Additional support is provided by North Cape Design Build.
Welcome back, basketball fans. It's 9-5 Kearsarge leading over Conant here in the state semifinal for Division III boys basketball. My name's Berkeley Stevens, bringing you this one. And the Cougars starting things off here in the second half, passing all the way to the backcourt for Noah Whipple. Whipple turns at the top of the arc. He continues to glide to his left toward the near side. Guarded by Jordan Nagel. These two are going to be squared off toe-to-toe all night long. Nagel, not only the best scorer on this Conant team, but also regarded as maybe the best defender in the entire state. Here, Whipple draws out the blocking foul, and I believe this one's going to be on Ben Sawyer, and it is. Cougars inbounding again from the baseline here. Because of NHIAA contract restrictions, tonight's game is audio only for the live coverage, but we will have the video up for you 48 hours after this one finishes up. We're also going to be here again tomorrow night covering the Kearsarge girls as they'll square off against St. Thomas in their semifinal game. Whipple's back at the line. He makes the first of two. So far, Kearsarge a perfect 5 for 5 from the free throw line, getting the pay up from the Orioles for every foul. And Whipple continues the trend here. He's drained 4 in a row, and he leads the game with 9 points. It's 11-5 Kearsarge currently. Conant back on the attack. Andy Hodgson, the pass over to Ben Sawyer. Sawyer kicks it out from the elbow. Jared Nagel's got it again. Now Hodgson. Far side, Jordan Nagel off the rim and out. Kearsarge hunting for the rebound, but it's a Conant ball. That one last touching off the fingertips of Eddie Kinzer. Dylan Adams inbound successfully up to the top of the arc to Mandy Hodgson. Now we've got Ben Sawyer holding it here for the Orioles. Jared Nagel over to Hodgson again. Nagel launches another three, and his older brother grabs the board, puts it back off the rim, and it fades in. Jordan Nagel with another score. 11-7. A two-possession game here in Bow. The Orioles student section trying to fire up the best defense in the state with a nice chant, reminding them who they are and how they got here. Whipple possessing it here for the Cougars, calls the play, moves into his right, kicks it out. Needham for three. Off the near side of the rim, bouncing into the hands of Hodgson. Conant speeding things up here, maybe being a bit more aggressive. Sawyer passes over to Jordan Nagel. And now Nagel drives baseline, near side, kicks it over. Nice movement here from the Orioles. Opens up a three for Hodgson. Rattles off the rim and out. Offensive rebound gained by Adams. Conant still hunting for points here. Jared Nagel makes his way in. The floater up and in. So far, it's the Nagel brothers, Jordan and Jared, doing all of the scoring for the Orioles in this one. Jared's got 5, older brother Jordan's got 4. Cougars nearly losing it here. And a foul called. I believe this is going to be a push on Jared Nagel. And it is. That's Jared's second foul of the game. Cougars inbound from the far sideline. A.J. Tremblay checks in as Eddie Kinzer heads over to the bench for a rest. Huff inbounds, feeds Whipple on the far side. Wanting to skip it across, and it was briefly intercepted by Jordan Nagel, but he was out of bounds on the baseline. So the Cougars have it under their attacking basket. Whipple calls the play before the inbound. Looking for a target, inbounds to Huff. Huff off the glass, chasing after his own rebound, but Lane LeClaire brings it down for Conant. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left in the half. It's a 2-point game. Conant trailing 9-11, but back on the attack. Conant did score first, but ever since that opening basket, they've been trailing. Kearsarge's offense had a nice hot streak in the first quarter, going on a 9-0 run. Since then, though, things have quieted down quite a bit. Nagel inside, off the glass and in. That one assisted by younger brother Jared, and older brother Jordan back out in front for the scoring lead for Conant. He's got 6 points. Tied up at 11. 4.5 to play. Austin Needham with the ball for the Cougars. Near the far side, passes over to Drew Huff. So far for the Cougars, Parker going to hit 2 free throws, and no Whipple has all the other points. Whipple's got 9, going with the ball now. He's got that 2, just like I mentioned. He'll kick it over to Austin Needham. Needham's 3 ball. High off the rim, it stays out. Defensive rebound gained by Hodgson. Now Ben Sawyer driving baseline on attack for the Orioles. They kick it across. Nice ball movement here. Manny Hodgson floats up a jumper from the free throw line, and Conant have the lead back. It's 13-11. The momentum all the way stacked up for the Orioles right now. YCN would like to thank our lineup of sponsors for their great support. Echo Communications, HR Cloth and Kearsarge Heating, Barton Insurance Agency, LaValle and Middleton Building Supply, Bubba's Bar and Grill, with additional support from North Cape Design Build. And watch our Yankee Chronicle, the who, what, where, and when show of the region. At halftime, we'll be visiting Harding Hill Maple Sugar Operations. And the new Yankee Chronicle show premieres every Thursday and Friday at noon and 7 p.m. One of our underwriters today, Bubba's Bar and Grill, right there on Newberry Harbor, has over 16 years of providing hungry patrons with high-quality food and friendly service. Bubba's Bar and Grill's mission is to deliver a remarkable experience to every guest. Timeout taken, timeout expired. Just under 4 minutes left here in half number 1. And Conant has seized momentum and the lead back. After trailing 9-5 after 1 quarter, they've now got the lead, 13-11. Their defense has looked excellent. They've gotten every defensive rebound, and they might have more offensive rebounds as well than Kearsarge has defensive rebounds. The size and athleticism on the Orioles, very apparent in this one. But some sharp shooting by Noah Whipple early on got the Cougars the lead. He's got to find a way to get back to that scoring trend here and find it quick. So far, he's been the Cougars' only option on offense to score from the floor. Conant break up back-to-back inbound plays for the Cougars, but the Cougars still have it here in their own end on the sideline. Parker going inbounds to Drew Huff. Huff making his way to half court. Conant in the full court press. This is what they're known for across the state. The best defense in the state, largely in part because of that full court press that they run constantly. Eli Whipple, the reverse layup, no good. Tremblay goes for the rebound, but Lane LeClaire gets it for the Orioles. Back on the attack, the Orioles. Calling the play from up top is the senior Manny Hodgson. Works his way to the free throw line. That jumper that he hit last time, this time, no good. Whipple brings it down for the Cougars. Whipple here making his move on Ben Sawyer. Pulls up the jumper off the far side of the rim. Brought down by Jared Nagel. The Cougars stopped again. 5 attacks, scoreless on all 5. Some early momentum so far. Pretty distant for the Cougars. Now the Orioles, Jared Nagel, a corner 3, no good. There's a foul on the play. It'll be an inbound from the baseline, and I believe this one is called on Jordan Nagel. That's Jordan's second foul. Younger brother Jared also has 2. Cougars inbound, broken up again by Conant. And this full court press about as hard as you can possibly run it. From the far side corner, Huff looks for a target, finds Noah Whipple. Whipple guarded here by Ben Sawyer. It's a one-on-one press, and Whipple draws out another foul from Sawyer. Whipple, one of the smarter players in all of D3. He knows how to handle around the press like that. And he drew out the reach there from Sawyer. Even if a defender gives him no space, Noah Whipple always looks incredibly calm and comfortable. He almost never seems like he's feeling any bit of pressure. And for a junior, with a full season left for high school ball, that is remarkable. Huff loses the ball here. It goes over the baseline. Conant recover possession. There's 2:16 to play in the half. Conant still leading by 2, 13-11. Hodgson has it. And now Ben Sawyer. 2 minutes left here in the first half. Cougars get a nice steal. Parker Golan breaks up the play, and Whipple recovers it. Eli Whipple, the pass over to Drew Huff. Haven't seen a three-pointer attempted by the Cougars in some time. Whipple hands off another to Huff. AJ Tremblay here, goes in, lays it off the glass. Parker going with the offensive board. Tremblay lost the handle, has to get it back near half court, and he does. Eli Whipple, the freshman, younger brother of Noah, passes back over to Drew Huff. Huff near the free throw line, has some nice handles, but he's called for the travel here as he pulled that last one back. Eddie Kinzer comes back in for the Cougars, and Dylan Adams checks back in for the Orioles. Manny Hodgson, the pass over to Jared Nagel. 1 minute left in the half. Conant on the attack. Ben Sawyer with the ball. The bounce pass over. Hodgson gives it back Sawyer's way. Hodgson drives to the elbow, puts up the jumper, and splashes it in. Manny Hodgson has looked really good from that spot with those jumpers. He's got a true shooter's jump shot. Gets up about as high as he possibly can, makes it pretty easy for the tall 6'2" Hodgson to get that jumper over the reach of most defenders. Final 30 seconds in the half. Cougars trailing by 4. Whipple's got the ball. Seconds left. The Cougars wanting this final shot. AJ Tremblay has it near the Conant student section. Under 10 seconds left. Noah Whipple spins center stage straight away. Pass over to Kinzer. 3 to shoot. Kinzer's got to put it up. A jumper at the buzzer, off the rim and out. At halftime, it's Conant 15, Kearsarge 11. We'll be back in a minute with a halftime update. Stay tuned.
The Lake Sunapee region is one of the few communities in the country where you can ski year-round. During the summer season, the lake provides water skiing, fishing, swimming, and boating. During the winter, Mount Sunapee Resort, located at the south end of the lake, is one of the most popular ski and snowboard destinations in New Hampshire. The views of Lake Sunapee from the trails in Sun Bowl are spectacular. For more information about visiting our beautiful area, contact the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner, for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Division III Boys State Semifinal here in Bow, New Hampshire, on neutral ground, where the Conant Orioles, the #1 seed, are currently leading over the Kearsarge Cougars 15-11. The Orioles had a great second quarter, especially defensively. They only allowed one basket, and it wasn't even a basket, just 2 free throws from Noah Whipple is all that Kearsarge was able to pocket in that second quarter after leading after the first 9-5. For the Orioles on offense, leading the way, Jordan Nagel. He's got 6 points, trailed just barely by younger brother Jared Nagel, who has 5, and then senior Manny Hodgson has hit 2 nice jumpers near the elbow. He's got 4 points. For the Cougars, Parker Goen hit a couple of free throws early on, and other than that, it's been all Noah Whipple. He does lead the game with 9 points, but has slowed down, much like the entire Kearsarge offense, drastically in that second quarter. For Kearsarge, the key to this game was all about limiting turnovers and trying to control the pace of play, finding three-pointers if they could, because scoring inside against Conant is almost never an option, as we're able to see in this one, especially in that second quarter. The Orioles defense was on full display, defending the Cougars perfectly in the paint. Noah Whipple, his younger brother Eli, as well as junior guard Austin Needham, they all need to start dialing in with high confidence and quick shots beyond the arc, because there won't be much space out there for tonight for either offense, really, but it's been very evident that anything inside the arc is going to be very hard to come by for Kearsarge tonight. We're going to be back with the second half after this short 7-minute break, so stay tuned.
Need replacement windows? LaValle Middleton is the place. As a building supply company, most major brands are available to them. Whether your thoughts lead you to triple glazing with a glass coating, or a brand offering only a glass coating, LaValle's has the product information. LaValle's does not knowingly let itself be undersold by anyone, anywhere. Replacement windows are a good idea, but it shouldn't be a reason to overpay. LaValle's offers financing through the same sources as others. Often buyers find their financing less costly locally and their business more appreciated. When you hear an offer of no interest or no payments for a year, you can be sure that there's a high price attached. It's a signal that you need to call LaValle Middleton for a competitive price for the same product installed. Call or visit one of our 12 locations or go to lavalles.com. Talk with a project specialist and arrange a visit for measuring and providing a very competitive price.
We've been making syrup since 1963. My grandfather moved to the Sunapee area in 1948, was intrigued by the neighbor down at Sanctuary Farm and their makings of maple syrup, and actually eventually took over their sugar house. I was born March 1st, so kind of right at the beginning of maple, and I think I was addicted since day one. So I've always really had a passion for maple, and kind of a dream of mine growing up was to always own my own sugar house. In 2019, my father and I kind of made the jump and decided to build our own sugar house here on property that we own. Our operation, we have 2,500 taps in 2 different orchards. All of our taps are on pipeline. All of our taps are on vacuum. We're trying for high vacuum, and under high vacuum, if we can hit anything above 0.4 gallons of syrup per tap, we're in a pretty good spot. Our sap we just collected, it was 1.8% sugar, and at 1.8% sugar, it takes 50 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. With that, we use a reverse osmosis machine to reduce that ratio, and we're currently reducing it to 10% sugar, and in doing so, that 50-to-1 ratio is now down to a 8.6-to-1 ratio. And that 8.6-to-1 has now reduced our time here in the sugar house and the amount of wood that we are burning. And what the reverse osmosis machine is doing is it's actually separating the water molecule from the sugar molecule. Water is H2O, sugar is C6H12O6, so it's a much larger molecule. And under high pressure, we're separating that larger sugar molecule from the water molecule and creating distilled water as our byproduct and a concentrated sugar with the minerals and nutrients from that sap as our product that we're introducing to our evaporator here. On an average, we're adding wood every 7 minutes to our evaporator to maintain the heat that we want and evaporate as much water as we can. The concentrated sap, or 10% sugar sap, coming into the evaporator, comes into the evaporator through the float. This white pipe, we're trying to maintain about 2 inches of sap in the evaporator at all times. Anything lower gets a little bit scary. And the syrup pan, again, we have 5 chambers. Those 5 chambers are going from low concentration to higher sugar concentration until we hit about 67% sugar, where we have syrup. From there, we will take that raw syrup, run it through a filter press, introducing diatomaceous earth as our filter aid. Once it runs through that filter press, we have a nice clear syrup that we put into our canner, where we can then bottle our syrup into half pints, gallons, half gallons, and everything in between. This is what we've made on our first day of the season, which was a golden delicate. And then we've made everything from amber rich to dark robust, and this is a very dark here, and then we're slowly climbing back out again. We're hoping to try to hit amber rich again. Part of that, each grade is a flavor aspect, and that flavor aspect is determined mostly by time of year. That sugar, that lighter, delicate flavor is masked with that heavier maple flavor. Personally, I like the darker of the two. I like the dark robust and the very dark, as it has that stronger maple flavor. So we are traditionally open every weekend in March, typically about 4, and then we do about 2 weekends in April, all dependent on the season. Our hours typically are 10 to 4:30 on Saturday and Sunday, and then during the week it's kind of by chance if we're boiling, so it's best to give us a call or give us an email, and we can set up an appointment for you to come out and pick up some maple syrup. In the off season, we have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram account, and then our website is hardinghillfarm.com.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner, for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
Welcome back, everybody. We're just 2 minutes away from starting the second half here between number 1 Conant and number 4 Kearsarge. On neutral ground here in Bow, home of the Falcons. If you notice, the scoreboard says Falcons versus guest. The Falcons, in this case, are the number 1 seed Conant Orioles. Kearsarge would be the guest. Right now, the Orioles up 15-11, and their defense showed why they're considered the best team in the state. They held Kearsarge to just 2 points in that second quarter after Kearsarge was up 9-5 after the first. Outscoring Kearsarge 10-2 in the second, in large part because of the play of Jordan Nagel and brother Jared. Jordan leads the way for the Orioles. He's got 6 points. Jared right behind him with 5, and then senior Manny Hodgson rounds out the team scoring with 4 points. A couple of nice jumpers from the free throw line for Hodgson. As for the Cougars, Parker Goen has a pair of points, and Noah Whipple's got 9, but the only Kearsarge offense we saw in that second quarter were Whipple's 4th and 5th free throws that he was able to drain. Other than that, unable to score from the floor. Kearsarge was able to get here with a couple of tough wins in the playoffs, facing Stevens in the first round, winning 47-41. Noah Whipple had 21 points in that one. Drew Huff had 9, and A.J. Tremblay had 5. Against Hopkinton, beating Hopkinton for the first time in 7 years. That was Kearsarge's second round win. Whipple and Tremblay both had 9 in that one. Austin Needham had 7. Parker Goen was our player of the game with 5 points. All of those very clutch free throws right down toward the wire. These two teams did meet once in the regular season. The final game of the regular season on February 8th, very recently, at the Pratt at Conant. Kearsarge took down the then undefeated 17-0 Orioles in a very low-scoring 28-26 game. This game at halftime, a very similar trend. Scoring is pretty scarce so far in this one. In that previous game against Conant, Kearsarge was led by Noah Whipple. He only had 12 points in that one. He's used to scoring around 19 per game. As for the Orioles, we're seeing exactly what we saw back then, a well-rounded offense. Hodgson and Jordan Nagel each had 6 points. Ben Sawyer led the team with 8 points, and Lane LeClaire had 4. They were missing Jared Nagel for that game, and he's been a difference maker in this one. So far, he's actually been the difference maker. His 5 points may be the buffer that the Orioles need to actually best this good Cougars team. Back underway here, just starting the second half. Conant with the ball to start things off. Manny Hodgson, the pass over. Jared Nagel with it here. Jared over to Ben Sawyer, and he gives it back. Sawyer into the corner. Hodgson has it. Once again, a slow start to this possession for Conant. Just trying to feel out this Kearsarge defense, pass it around the perimeter, move the feet of the Cougars, and maybe open something up. Conant didn't start to shy away from the 3 in that second quarter, and here Hodgson goes in and floats in another. Manny Hodgson has looked really good in the last 5 minutes of game time. He's got 6 points, now tied for the team lead with Jordan Nagel. That makes it 17-11. Cougars wanting to start this half early. They have to have some more confidence from more shooters. Here's Drew Huff for 3, and it's in. That is just what the Cougars needed. Somebody not named Noah Whipple or Parker Goen to pull the trigger and find the mark. And there's Drew Huff to make it a one-possession game again, 17-14. That last 3 ball pumped some life into the student section, but quieting it down, Jordan Nagel banking it off the glass and in for Conant. And Jordan's got 8 points. Drew Huff with it here for the Cougars. Far side, he'll skip it back over to Parker Goen. Now Austin Needham has possession. Needham just beyond the arc. Short pass over to Noah Whipple. Guarded by Jordan Nagel. Nagel not leaving an inch between himself and Whipple. Huff for another three off the near side of the rim and out almost over the baseline. Conant do recover. Andy Hodgson with it now. Kearsarge still playing that zone. A three-pointer attempted by the Orioles off the back of the rim. Into the hands of Austin Needham. Whipple across half court. Works his way to the elbow, off the glass and in. Noah Whipple goes coast to coast and delights the crowd with a nice finger roll lay-in off the glass. Whipple leads the game with 11 points. It's 19-16. Five minutes left in the quarter. Conant again, cycling it around the arc. Moving inside, putting up the jumper is Hodgson. It's out. Nagel gets the board, goes up with it again, fouled on the way. Couldn't make the basket, but he does head to the line. Here's another look at that previous play by Noah Whipple. He goes coast to coast, splits three defenders, goes up against maybe the best defender in the state against Jordan Nagel, and rolls it home. Now, however, Jordan Nagel's at the line. His first free throw, nothing but net. Marcus Samaro checks in for the first time for Conant, and Dylan Adams comes back in. Nagel shooting his second, knocks that down as well. Timeout taken here by Conant. They'll seize the momentum after those free throws. Jordan Nagel, 10 total points for him, one behind Noah Whipple for the scoring lead. It's 21-16 Conant. HR Clough Kearsarge Heating has full service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. You can also check out their Muddy Paws Pet Wash and Auto Bath Car Wash. And make sure you stay tuned to the end of this telecast for the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game, where we choose the player that had the greatest impact on today's state semifinal. And additional support for the Game of the Week here on YCN is being provided in part by North Cape Design Build. And if you like our coverage and you or your business would like to support it, you can always find all of our contact info on our website at the bottom. That's ycnnow.com. Out of the timeout, and Conant is ready to go. They're looking fierce in this one, and they are a Division III dynasty. They've got 12 total state championships. At one point, they even had the longest streak in state history for Division III. They won 5 consecutive state titles. And we've got a foul called here on Conant, I believe. It's going to be on Marcus Samaro. And it is. Push from behind on Noah Whipple, trying to get after the inbound pass. Kinzer inbounding from the baseline again. Gets it to Drew Huff. Conant still in that full court press. Noah Whipple trusted to take it across half court, and he does successfully. Eddie Kinzer pump fakes the shot, kicks it out. Austin Needham from way downtown. Off the rim, the glass, and into the hands of Marcus Samaro. Conant has the ball back. Samaro into the corner, he gets the ball back. Now pass over to Hodgson. Manny Hodgson gives it back. Conant swing it toward the near side. Hodgson with it here. Some space maybe. Hodgson doesn't take it. Conant just firing the ball around. Finally opens up a three-point shot. Jared Nagel gets the rebound here. Offense still alive for Conant. They can't find the mark up with it, but it is out of bounds off of Eddie Kinzer. So the Orioles hang on to possession. Dylan Dylan Adams inbounds all the way up to Ben Sawyer at the top of the arc. Now Hodgson dribbling here, guarded by Whipple. The screen gets set by Dylan Adams, opens up space. Ben Sawyer for three, and it's in! Ben Sawyer's first basket, a loud one, extends the Conant lead to 24-16. Austin Needham with it. Now Eddie Kinzer for Kearsarge, wanting to bounce one inside. No Whipple has it near the block. Pass back to Goen. The Cougars nearly lost possession, but they do hang on. Drew Huff has it, spins, floats it up. Basket waved off, and Huff's called for the travel. Here's another look. Huff went in nicely, but you might have seen he picked up that right pivot foot. It wasn't a travel until he brought that left foot back down just before the ball left his hand. And Conant drawing out the foul from No Whipple here on the other end. That's Whipple's first foul of the game. It'll be an inbound play from the near side. Sawyer with the ball, now Hodgson again. Hodgson's done a really good job facilitating this offense from straight away. Another three-pointer hit for the Orioles. This time it's Jared Nagel. His second triple of the game. And Jared Nagel's got 8 points. The Nagel brothers playing some real nice hoop here. Whipple fades away, the jumper no good. Dylan Adams gets it back for Conant. It's 27-16, largest lead of the night for the Orioles. 11 points separating them from the Cougars. Ben Sawyer across, Jared Nagel, the jumper knocked down again. Nate Camp calls a full timeout for the Cougars. The Orioles completely pumped going into this one. They've had every bit of momentum since halfway through the second quarter. And they're hanging on to it with an iron grip right now. Martin Insurance Agency supports you and your community. Ben says one size fits all just does not apply to insurance, which is why every client of Barton Insurance gets their individual attention. And this game coverage is being brought to you in part by LaValle Middleton Building Supply with 12 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. You can take a look at all of their products and offerings at lavalleys.com. Check out Echo Communications for all of your printing and mailing needs. Echo Communications is the home of the Kearsarge Shopper, where the latest YCN schedule can be found every week on page 3. And I'll spoil our schedule for you. The next live game we'll be covering tomorrow night, audio only. 48 hours after that, we'll have the video for you. It's the Kearsarge girls in their state semifinal, going up against the #1 seeded St. Thomas team. St. Thomas and Kearsarge match up about as well as you could possibly hope for. Really similar to these two boys teams out here, but it's a different story for the girls. They're the two tallest teams in the state. Each has a couple of sharp shooters, and that should be an excellent game. As for this one, 2:15 to play in the third quarter. Kearsarge trailing by 13. Conant holding their largest lead of the night right now, 29-16. Inside, Drew Huff banks it in, assisted nicely by A.J. Trombley. Huff with 5 points. He's gotten active here in this second half. That's what Kearsarge need too. Conant takes their time on every single offensive possession. They never try and strike quick. They just try and stay mistake-free. It's been working, but if Kearsarge can up their offensive tempo, things could change. On the Conant side, Manny Hodgson with a nice head fake to his right, moves left, has a free lane, and he drives to it. He's got a total of 8 points now. It's 31-18 Conant. Drew Huff for Kearsarge, bounces one over to No Whipple. Near the block, wanting to feed it inside to Goen. Ball tipped by the Orioles out of bounds. Cougars will have it from the baseline. not used to seeing Kearsarge in this type of situation. I don't think we've covered Kearsarge actually lose a game this year here on Yankee Cable Network, but against the #1 seeded Conant Orioles, of course they are the underdog. And right now Conant has more points in this game than they scored in the entire first meeting against Kearsarge in the regular season. Here's Eli Whipple for 3 for Kearsarge, off the rim and into the hands of Jordan Nagel. It's another defensive stop for Conant, and there's 50 seconds left in the third. Hodgson, the pass back to Ben Sawyer. Sawyer going to the far side of the court, and he'll give it back Jared Nagel's way. Offensive foul called here. Not sure who it's on. It's on Manny Hodgson. I believe it's his first foul. He's had a very disciplined game to this point. But they are called the illegal screen. And now we've got some banter going on between Jared Nagel and A.J. Tremblay as a referee jumps in near the student section. Drew Huff inbounds to Noah Whipple, and we're back underway. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Parker going near side corner, has it guarded by the older Nagel brother. Passes back over to Drew Huff, and the Cougars will kill the last bit of this clock for the final shot of the third. 10 seconds left to pull the trigger. Eli Whipple with the ball. A.J. Tremblay has it now. And Eli Whipple from way out of town couldn't hit the mark on the deep three. Conant killed the clock the rest of the way. Headed into the fourth and final quarter. It's Conant 31, Kearsarge 18. We'll be right back.
The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. Much more than a home heating provider. LaValle Building Supply, with 12 retail lumberyard locations in New England and celebrating 60 years of serving you with quality products and friendly service. Baba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Baba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Martin Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. The Innertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, Sunshine region. Additional support is provided by North Cape Design Build.
Welcome back, everyone. Fourth and what could be the final quarter here in the Division III Boys State Semifinal between the #1 seed Conant Orioles and the #4 seeded Kearsarge Cougars. Conant out front big after a loud third quarter. They lead 31-18. Kearsarge starting with possession. Noah Whipple pulls the trigger from the elbow, airballed it short. Might have got a fingertip from Ben Sawyer, might have been fouled. That's what Noah seems to be calling for, but it is a Kearsarge ball on the inbound. They are calling it off the fingertips of Ben Sawyer. Whipple inbounds to Parker Goen, puts up the shot quick, a nice finish inside the paint for Parker Goen. And on the other end, another nice basket knocked down by Jared Nagel. He's got 12 points. That now leads the entire game. Anytime Kearsarge are able to score, that seems like the one time where Conant speed up their offense and they try to strike back quick. And it just completely deflates Kearsarge. Their student section, their bench. Noah Whipple, the three-pointer off the mark. Goen reels it in, kicks it out. Eli Whipple for three. That one left a bit long. Goen gets another rebound. Eli Whipple, the near side corner three again. No good, 3 chances. Coming up empty on all of them. Manny Hodgson gets it back for Conant. Hodgson bounces it across to Sawyer. And now Conant can just toy with this 13-point lead in the fourth quarter. No shot clock in high school hoops, at least not here in New Hampshire. So 13 points in the fourth quarter, almost a death sentence. These teams get pretty good at keep away. Three-pointer attempted but missed. Eddie Kinzer gets it back for the Cougars. 13 points, that's the deficit Kearsarge are trying to chip away at. Still possible, there's still light left in the lantern, but they've got to start acting quick. Foul called here on the most recent play. And it's on Dylan Adams, his first of the game. Austin Needham checks back in for Kearsarge. Eli Whipple over to the bench for a rest. Needham had a nice three-pointer earlier on, and maybe as he subbed in for Eli here, that's going to be his job again. Needham breaks the inbound play, and they'll inbound to Parker going up top. The Conant crowd awfully loud here from the far side of the gym. Kearsarge with possession. Whipple's got the ball, hands it back. Drew Huff puts up the three, and that's in. Nate Camp trying to hang on to this momentum that Kearsarge has finally built back. He calls a 30-second timeout. This might be the playoff battle between the two most experienced coaches in the state. Coach Sauce, they call him Eric Sauce, here in his 19th year with 8 state championships under his name just for Conant. And then Nate Camp in his 15th season, he's got quite a few state championships himself. Right now, it's just a battle of coaching adjustments. In the second quarter, Conant made all of the right ones, offensively and defensively. They outscored Kearsarge 10-2 in that one, and that's been the real difference maker thus far. The third quarter was Conant's best offensively. They outscored Kearsarge 16-7. But now Kearsarge just starting to chisel their way back into this one. They've gotten 5 points compared to Conant's 2 in the fourth quarter so far. If they can keep that pace, the comeback is complete, but it's way easier said than done. Conant inbound, Manny Hodgson gets across half court. Now Jared Nagel feeds it back, and the Orioles swing it across. Hodgson has it again, guarded by Needham. Double teamed here, nearly got the backcourt violation, and Conant have to take a timeout. They've got to burn that one just to hang on to possession near the backcourt violation. Today's coverage being brought to you in part by Barton Insurance Agency, where they work for you and not the big insurance companies. Barton Insurance Agency knows how to serve your personal insurance needs. And Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor is helping make today's game coverage possible. They have a full menu of amazing seafood, land fare, award-winning seafood chowder, hearty sandwiches, and a diverse pizza menu to satisfy the hunger of any size party. And today's coverage is also being brought to you in part by LaValle Milton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. They celebrate over 60 years serving you locally from 12 locations across New Hampshire and Vermont. Conant inbounding near sideline. Ben Sawyer gets an inbound successfully to Manny Hodgson. And the Cougars defense now being way more aggressive. Austin Needham pressures the play, and they call the backcourt violation. It looked like Needham maybe could have tipped that one over. We're scratching our heads a bit, even as our bias may tilt a little bit toward Kearsarge. I'm not so sure about that backcourt. Looked like Needham got the final tip there before it went over. Either way, we'll take it for Cougar fans here. Needham launches a three, it's off the mark. Conant have the ball back. No harm done for the backcourt violation. Still 33-23. Orioles out in front by double figures. Cougars causing chaos with this aggressive defense they've taken on. And Austin Needham will pick up a foul, getting a bit too aggressive on that last attempt at a steal. Another inbound play here for Conant. Ben Sawyer inbounds to the backcourt to Hodgson. And now the younger Nagel brother passes inside. Dylan Adams turns the jumper off the near side of the rim. Noah Whipple brings it down for the Cougars. Every defensive stop so valuable at this point in the game for Kearsarge, but they've got to follow it up with big baskets. Near side quarter, Noah Whipple makes his way inside the arc, skips it over to Parker Goen. He drives the paint, the kick out to Whipple. And the Cougars kept at bay. No space opening up for them here. Under 4.5 to play. Drew Huff with it straight away. And now Austin Needham still no space to shoot the three. This perimeter Conant defense is just excellent, especially after the first quarter. They played some near perfect basketball. Foul on that last play on the Orioles. The Cougars are inbounding from the baseline under the basket they're attacking. Drew Huff slings it all the way up top to Parker Goen, and he fires it back to Huff. A three-pointer left short off the near side of the rim. Kinzer keeps it in bounds, gets the steal for Kearsarge. Excellent stuff by the captain, Eddie Kinzer there, keeping this possession alive for the Cougars. Now Noah Whipple drives in off the glass, offensive foul. What a play for the Conant defense. It's Lane LeClaire who draws it out. Here's another look at the replay. Whipple gets it, looks for an option, but there's just nothing there. The Kearsarge crowd thought it was a layup with some pay up, and Whipple would have been headed to the line, but it's not to be. Parker Goen intercepts a pass. Ben Sawyer gets it back. The Cougars get another steal. Noah Whipple drives the lane. Couldn't hit the layup. Coach Camp calling for a foul. He doesn't get it. Under 3.5 to play now. Kearsarge trailing by 10 still. And a foul called here on Austin Needham. A push from behind. Foul finally called after some rough contact on the previous 3 plays. Like I said in the pregame and at halftime, this one was bound to be chippy, and now that is in its full form, it seems. Parker Goen breaks up the inbound play. Conant will try it again, just under their attacking basket. Noah Whipple gets the steal for Kearsarge, and a foul called here against the Orioles. And it's another on Jared Nagel, his 3rd of the game. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Is it enough time to erase the 10-point lead that Conant has over Kearsarge? Against most teams, Kearsarge's confidence would be pretty high, but against the best defense in the state, Kearsarge knows that the pressure is at the highest point it's been all season long. Season on the line. There could be just 3 minutes, 15 seconds left in the season for the Cougars here. Austin Needham with the ball. Passes back over to Noah Whipple. Looks inside for Parker Goen, and it's another foul drawn out here, and I believe it's going to be on Jared Nagel again. That puts him at 4. Remember, he leads Conant in scoring in this game so far, and now he's in foul trouble with a little bit over 3 minutes left in this one. Whipple inbounds to Goen at the top of the arc. Short pass over to Drew Huff. Huff has hit 2 3-pointers in this game. Kearsarge could use another one here. Goen's got it straight away, looking to his left, goes back over to his right side. Whipple skips it over to A.J. Tremblay. He'll start the handle from the near side corner, back to straightaway center. Tremblay in trouble, the pass over to Huff. The Orioles get the steal. Jared Nagel takes it away, end to end, couldn't lay it in. Jump ball gets called here, and that might be a lucky scenario for Jordan Nagel. Looked like he could have ripped that ball away in foul fashion, but it is a jump ball. It is Conant possession after the jump ball. Right now we have officials discussing that last play. And we do have A change of possession here before we're going to pick things back up. The officials will talk it over with the teams. There may be mics in the NBA and the NFL, but here your guess is as good as mine. I believe Conant is going to be foul-free here. They may not have just switched the possession arrow to start the half with the jump ball. There has been a timeout taken. Both teams talking things over with their head coaches who try and draw up the perfect scheme on their clipboard. It's still the same score it's been for the last 3 minutes plus of game time. Conant 33, Kearsarge 23. 2 minutes, 27 seconds. The game is winding down. We'd like to take this moment to thank our sponsors for their great support and the great support they've shown all season long for us here at Yankee Cable Network, helping us support local sports coverage for the Lakes region. That's Echo Communications, HR Clough from Kearsarge Heating, Barton Insurance Agency, LaValle Middleton Building Supply, Bubba's Bar and Grill, and North Cape Design Bill. Out of the timeout and the confusion before the timeout, Kearsarge is inbounding from their own defensive end. Eddie Kinzer will have it on the baseline. Conant back in that full court press. Drew Huff gets the inbound pass, makes his way across half court successfully. Jared Nagel stands tall in front of him, and now Conant playing his own defense. They run a lot of man coverage, and they're shaking things up here in the final 5 minutes. Huff pulls the trigger from mid-range. The jumper no good, and the ball out of bounds. Nice heads-up play by Dylan Adams on the Orioles to bounce that one off the hip of Parker going. And that keeps possession here for Conant. .207, no shot clock in high school hoops. Kearsarge may have to start fouling intentionally here just to get possessions back. Conant doesn't seem to be playing keep away, at least not just yet so easily. Finally, they do draw the foul out. And it's on Austin Needham this time for Kearsarge. Each team with 4 fouls in the quarter. 1 more, and they'll each be in the bonus. Offensive foul gets called here. Right off the inbound play, and Jared Nagel's semifinal night is done. That is 5 on him. I know we're audio only here, but right after the inbound play, Jared got the ball back, and he was trying to rip the ball free, and I think the official thought that he got a little too aggressive with the swing of the elbows. And that was the 5th and final foul for him. He does lead the Orioles and the game in scoring. Noah Whipple drains a deep 3 from foreign waters and takes the scoring lead back. The Whip has 14 points. It's 33-26 with 90 seconds left. And Whipple gets a steal here. Crashing into an Oriole. There's chaos on the court floor. A jump ball called, no fouls. 3 players trying to rip it from each other. Jump ball called, and it will award Conant with possession. Another look here as chaos at mid-court, as there's a brief little pile up. Nobody gets too aggressive. Austin Needham even helped up Jordan Nagel to his feet. And a nice display of sportsmanship in a very close physical semifinal game. Orioles inbound. Manny Hodgson gets it across half court, and with a toe on the half court line, the Orioles turn it over. That last foul must have been Jared Nagel's 4th. That's what the board is showing. He's still in the game here. I must have tacked up 1 too many on him. So after the backcourt violation, Kearsarge have possession. Noah Whipple inbounds on the far sideline to Drew Huff. Chasing after 7 points. Can the Cougars do it? They give it to their shooter. Noah Whipple hits the triple. It's 33-29. The junior, they'll have him for a full season again next year. And already he starts his hero arc in the semifinal. Back-to-back shots for Noah Whipple, both of them three-pointers from straight away. And Whipple's got 17 points in this one, 3 three-pointers to his name. That's a lot for a playoff game as well, especially against what is regarded as the best defense in the state. An excellent play there from Whipple, and Coach Nate Camp, animated as can be. He's looking over for signs of weakness to that Conant bench. He can feel it. Kearsarge can feel it. Conant is leading, but they are nervous with 1:06 to play. 33-29 the score. What a comeback Kearsarge has begun to mount here in the previous 45 seconds of this one. Across the way from where we sit, parents in blue and parents in orange, each nervously biting their nails, holding their head in their hand. The student sections with an equal amount of faith, all on their feet for the remainder of this one. Conant inbounding from their own baseline. Lane Leclerc has it. He stumbles, keeps possession. Cougars causing chaos and a travel. The Cougars will get the ball back. There's 58 seconds left. They're down by 4. Stars are aligning, but a pretty consolation won't hit the basket. They've got to do that part themselves. Either way, some chaotic full court press gets the ball back for the Cougars, trailing by just 4 points in the final minute. This game is truly epic. Listen to the life coming through from that Kearsarge student section. Let's go Cougars, the chant that reigns in across the court. Austin Needham with it, now Eddie Kinzer. Needham again to Huff. And Camp calls timeout. Too much time gone by, not enough space to shoot. They've got to figure something out here. Camp goes back to the clipboard. Hopefully he saw something out there in that last 20 seconds of action. They've got to find a shooter here. It'll likely be Noah Whipple, Austin Needham, Drew Huff. 2 other shooters you could really trust to take this shot. AJ Tremblay has had a quiet game. No points tonight in this one. Tremblay has hit a few big three-pointers that we've seen this year for Kearsarge. But they need more than 3. They need 4. They could try to attack inside, go for the 2, and then maybe play for a tie for some more high percentage chances. But with 39 seconds left, you want to put the pressure on. And right now, Noah Whipple with the hot hand has made back-to-back three-point shots. But Conant are guarding him. You could not believe. You might have seen there Coach Sauce for Conant holding the clipboard. You could see it shake. There are some serious nerves in this building on both sides. Cougar fans so nervous that their team may actually get it done with some semifinal heroics. And the Conant fans nervous for their team's 4-point lead. Still anyone's game, 35 seconds left. Drew Huff to Noah Whipple. Triple team beyond the arc, no space to shoot. Gets it back from his younger brother, under 30 seconds. Noah loses the handle, Eli recovers. Now 20 seconds. Still no daylight for the whip, but he goes inside, fouled on the play. Some big free throws coming up. Ben Sawyer knocks down Noah Whipple. And he could make it a 1-possession game. Kearsarge has not missed a free throw yet. But I don't think, even as calm as Noah Whipple always seems to be, if his heart just isn't beating out of his chest right now for these 2. First one finds it. It's hard for that student section noise to get in your ears and bother you with a routine as fast as Noah Whipple's from the free throw stripe. Kearsarge a perfect 7 for 7 as a team from the line. It's a 1-possession game. Noah Whipple misses the second. Still a chance for Kearsarge, but they're forced to foul. And now on the other end of the court, Lane LeClaire with the biggest free throws of the season. It could be the dagger in the Cougar season in the final 15 seconds, even if he makes just one of these. Lane LeClaire in a raucous Jim and Bo. Lines up the first, and he hits it. His only point so far tonight, maybe the biggest one for the Orioles. The lead is back to 4. And make it 5. LeClaire finds nothing other than Klein on both free throws. 35 to 30. There's still time. There's still time. We've already seen some crazy turnovers happen. But what'll have to happen before anything like that is a massive shot for the Cougars. Coach Sauce animated now. Couldn't see a clipboard shaking that time. It seems like confidence has been restored with a 5-point lead in the final 16 seconds. Camper feverishly drawing up a play, trying to make it the perfect one. They haven't been able to open up any space for Noah Whipple in the last 2 possessions. Maybe this play he's crafting up can create some of that. It's been a wonderful season for the Kearsarge Cougars, even if it ends tonight. Last year, as a team, they went 4-14, missing the playoffs entirely. And now a bounce-back year, 17-3 in the regular season, coming into tonight as well, making it all the way to the state semifinal. Playing up against the #1 seed right down to the wire and making all of those Orioles fans awfully nervous. Right up until those Lane LeClaire free throws, but still plenty of nerves in the building. Drew Huff across half court, Parker going with it now. Austin Needham, he'll take the 3. It's gonna be off the mark. Parker going, gets the offensive rebound, turns around the jumper, no good. The final buzzer sounds. Conant is going to the state championship. They win over Kearsarge 45 to 30. Your H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating turning up the heat, player of the game tonight. Well, it's got to go to Noah Whipple. Although Kearsarge came up short, 18 points tonight for the Whip in this one. 2 massive three-pointers as he tried to be the hero. But Kearsarge falls short by 5. We'll be back tomorrow night for the girls' game. We'll see you then.
Could it be time for a new garage? Come talk to the team who has built over 100 each year for 60 years and counting. LaValle Middleton Building Supply has been pre-building and fabricating structures in Newport, New Hampshire since 1962. Thousands of homes, additions, garages, condos, and complex commercial projects have passed through LaValle's amazing design team and state-of-the-art computerized saws and equipment. All were delivered with LaValle's own fleet of tractor trailers, trucks equipped with cranes, and skilled operators, saving time and money on the site. The controlled environment and highly skilled labor force in our shops ensures an accurate and efficient project without waste of time and materials. From start to finish, garages pre-built in our shops are sometimes completed in just over a day. Stop at any of our stores and talk to a project specialist or visit us on